That player, I just never was.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cut.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And his first throw here is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Watch the curl.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Check.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go, baby.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He completes it to Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Zerline good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. So a 1st and 10 coming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And problems spreading to the punt team. Now this one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score. Give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
26.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Green 18. I got one.
On 2nd and 11 now, Rodgers. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. On the run, it's Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the defense there. Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Bengals 7.
Set. 180. 98's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the 1st half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down. Play fake. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
That's going to be a long day.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
My fit, 180.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Hurry. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Defense wins championships, baby.
One touch.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
You see me?
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a... First down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Our time. It's our time.
Run, run, run.
52 is the mic, right?
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Rip left. Rip left.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Odell
That's a touchdown
Beckham.
right there.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance,
this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the adjustment.